And cut. Okay, so why everyone wants to be famous? And when is that a problem? You do want to be famous, right? So why famous? Almost everybody wants to be famous, in a way, somehow. If you say you don't want to be famous, you're lying. But there's a real problem with fame, which most people fail to understand. So the two common daydreams today are being rich or being famous. So we associate being famous with being rich and being happy and being appreciated. So what makes fame so desirable? So what's wrong with being a nobody? The truth is, we live in a world classified in somebodies and nobodies. Being a nobody is wrong and being somebody with a lot of advantages. So, since we are little, we are indoctrinated to be somebodies. Yeah, you have to be somebody. But nobody encourages you to be yourself. So, when you find yourself as an adult and you just want to be unique and be yourself, you are discouraged and compared with everybody else is a somebody right now, but they don't look back who was that person before and what was the road they had until they got to be a somebody. Okay, but even our parents, since our childhood, they ask us, oh, what you want to be when you grow up? And we say, oh, we want to be like that, like that, like that. And we have examples and we have like heroes to follow, famous people to be like, and so on. And nobody's asking us what we really want deep inside. And not only when we grow up, but even when we want what we want when we are little. Because, yeah, what we really want is a very complex thing. And how is to be yourself is another complex thing that I found along the way on my internet journey. And starting YouTube was one of them. And starting YouTube was a way of finding myself and how to make videos. So not they're like somebody else's videos, but videos that are unique. And there were roadblocks. There were times when I compared myself with those that have millions of subscribers with me that I have 100 and some subscribers. But it's not about that everybody has to like you, isn't it? You have to be unique, you have to be yourself. So we are taught to be ourselves, but we are required to have skills like somebody, not like nobody. Okay, if you're just starting YouTube, you'll feel alone somewhere down the road, but you're not alone. I'll be straightforward. I don't like foundation, not even makeup. At the beginning I did it just to be somebody, but I want to be myself. Your road isn't a straight line and doesn't have to be. So your life won't be all sunshine and rainbows. It doesn't have to be all sunshine and rainbows. That will be not interesting at all, isn't it? The truth is, when you're famous, you can't mess up. You'll be a news subject. You'll miss the silent moments. You'll miss the moments when you walk alone. You'll miss the peaceful sunrise and being alone at a beach. You will miss all that because you will never be alone again. When you're famous, you'll be watched, but most of the time, you'll feel alone. Okay, so let's get motivated a little bit, because everybody wants to be famous, but we have to do it in the right way. So our purpose doesn't have to be famous just for, to have people to like us. We have to be ourselves, and then the fame has to come from a good thing that we have. Like you're famous for being kind. You're famous for being good at doing a job. You are famous at being, I don't know, a good at something, and so on. So everybody, even in day-to-day life, is famous for a little thing that they know how to do it very well. So this is the purpose of being famous in the first place. So at the end of the day, doesn't matter if you're known in your little town or if you're known at a larger scale. It's just your purpose. It's recognized and you're appreciated at the end of the day. But if you're dealing very well with paparazzi, no private life, celebrity can make you or break you. Like we have a lot of examples in this area. You can deal very well with rumors. You don't really care. Public fights, or with other famous people, which are very common. Traveling all the time. You will deal with stalkers. You're always playing a part, like from some movie or some other stuff. Trusting issues, because you won't, when you're at that level, you don't know who to trust anymore. That's a very common problem famous people have. And the most important one that I mentioned before, you can't really mess things up. I gotcha! So let's see a few things you can be famous for. Yeah, in your life, and it's very good, and you will live very balanced life also, if you don't deal very good with the things that I told you before. Kindness. Yeah, to be kind and be famous for being kind is a very good thing. Generosity. Yeah, how generous you are. Doesn't matter if you're rich or not. Generosity is another thing to be famous for. Perseverance. If you don't give up, like I always did. Yeah, I'm very well known for my perseverance in the things that I really want, even if I fail along the way. Even if, I don't know, 100 times I fail and I win only once. If I want that thing to happen, I will do it. So that's perseverance, isn't it? So yeah, it's good to be known for certain things. Faithfulness. Yeah, you have faith. Yeah, things will go better. Things will be fine, and so on. You have empathy. This is a very important skill that you can have to know when the other person is feeling in a way, and you realize it because you have emotional intelligence, isn't it? That's an empathy, and you feel sorry for that person, but that's empathy, and you know how it feels, and it's even a type of intelligence. And yeah, I remember once at a job that I didn't like too much. Yeah, there were only 2 jobs I did enjoy in my life, but the others were awful. Not about the job itself, but the people you work with. So having emotional intelligence was mentioned by one of my managers, and yeah, that was good to know. And I even have a recommendation letter in which they say I have an emotional intelligence. I really know when somebody's okay and not okay without saying it. Yeah. Okay, so another thing to be famous for is when you're intentional. You wanna do good. You wanna do something. Cheerfulness. When you're like happy and optimistic, and when you're not selfish. You can also be known when you're not selfish. Yeah, few people are not selfish nowadays. So fame is deeply attractive because it seems to offer very significant benefits to everybody. That's why fame is so well known and so desired. The desire for fame, it roots in the experience of neglect, in injury. Yeah, that's the when you were neglected when you were a kid. Maybe you're more triggered to the desire to be famous. So that's the root. You were injured because you didn't have the attention that you want. No one would want to be famous who hadn't also somewhere in the past been made to feel extremely insignificant. That doesn't include all the famous people, because some of them they had a desire, some of them they didn't even know when was the moment when they become famous. So the fame cannot accomplish what is asked of it, like to fill the void that some people felt in those years that were neglected and felt little, and they couldn't find a dot in the universe. That's the major problem. Yes, it has advantages, but if you don't make like a purpose from it. But once you truly understand that fame is neither a solution for neglect nor a shortcut to friendship or love, you'll hopefully put more effort into the things that actually do matter in life. It might be hard for you to accept and live with the fact that someone other than you is getting so much attention and love while you're not. You may feel less important, worthless, or you may feel insignificant in presence of one who is being treated a lot better because of his celebrity. You may feel like you need to do something to make yourself more important, but you don't. Especially teenagers who seem to look at famous people in some mysterious way. But they see the fame as a way to get respect, which they don't see they can in another way. So they need validation, or they need love. True love and appreciation doesn't come with fame together. Doesn't come in the same package. You have to achieve it in another way, because fame won't give you that. Will give you some advantages, but won't give you that. Why we see so many famous people which are not happy at the end? Because they can't find that even there, and they get very disappointed. Because they thought they will get this appreciation and love, and when they get there, they don't get nothing. So we may be able to decide if it's really worth it or not, or if fame comes together with some other things that you like to do or love doing. Like if you love making videos, don't do it just to become famous, because people will see you're not natural and so on. That's why some of them are struggling being in a camera and worrying every time to be perfect and so on. I also did that at the beginning. I was worried, okay, my hair is not looking good. Today I'm not doing videos. Yeah, my hair is not looking good today. So I was like that. Oh, I didn't put foundation. Oh, my face is shiny, like now, and so on. So you don't have to worry too much, because at the end of the day, people are watching you for what you're offering, and not for how your hair and one eyebrow is more shiny than another. So that's why I decided, no matter what, I'll do the video, no matter how I feel. So this is another quality that you may achieve on the road. You maybe not have that from the beginning, but every worst fear about ourselves. Like I was thinking when I did my first video, I was thinking English is not my first language, so what people would think about me, how I look in front of the camera. When I first watched my video of myself, it was strange. Am I good enough? Would people listen? Here comes the imposter syndrome that I had. Why people should listen to me in the first place? And those were my questions at the beginning and the fears that I had. So I wanted to be liked, but in the same time I was afraid people seeing my videos and not being good enough or at the same level as the others are on the internet, you know. So why fame is more of a problem than a solution. People who fantasize about being famous fail to understand what fame really offers. They don't realize that getting noticed by people does not necessarily mean you'll be loved or understood by them. That's perfectly not the same thing, which is why everyone wants to become famous in the first place, but you won't get that in the same package, as I told you. We all have a deep psychological need, except the need for food, water, or shelter. That is the fact to be approved by people at the end of the day. Yeah, we need some kind of approval. Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, your analytics work the same way, isn't it? This is why fame is so attractive, and it's what fuels everyone's desire for fame in the first place. Yeah, with a growing number of famous influencers, YouTubers, and so on, the ease of access that we have to fame makes everyone want their little part of it. You know, everyone wants a part of this fame. Whatever the degree of fame, it does come with its appealing perks. Take your manager or director, for example. People associate them with power. People kiss his ass all day long. Yeah. It clearly has a higher value than you. Everyone wants to impress him by taking his side, buying him gifts, celebrating his birthday, offering him help, even if he doesn't want any. Yeah, apparently all these benefits that fame offers seem very attractive to people who are either suffering or have suffered for a lack of them.